Hello everyone, in today's video I'll be reviewing the Orange Pi 02W single board computer. The example that I have here is connected to a hat, which you can see through this ribbon cable. I think this is for the camera ribbon cable, except it's connected to the hat board on the bottom, as you can see. So having this hat board enables me to have two additional USB 2.0 ports on the bottom and one Ethernet 100 megabit per second port on the bottom as well. So this will enable me to get transfer speeds up to I think 12.5 megabytes per second, or I think it's realistically it's about 10 megabytes per second. And I also put rubber feet on my version, so it doesn't make contact with the metal part doesn't make contact with the surface, which is a lot more stable, I think, having rubber feet instead of having these metallic screws having contact with the surface, which could scratch up your table or whatever. And this is a USB-C power port. I think it's rated at 5 volts, 2 amps. This is for a USB-C OTG port, and this is I think this is HDMI, a mini HDMI port right there, which I connected to a mini HDMI to HDMI port adapter. And the CPU is here. One of them is CPU and the other one is a GPU chip, which I put a heatsink on, and sandwiched between that I have a thermal pad, which is sandwiching the heatsink and the CPU for better conductivity. It also comes with Wi-Fi. I routed the Wi-Fi antenna under here, under the hat, which goes in pretty nicely as well, just like that. And I think that's the Wi-Fi chip. As for the hat, I think this is the power button. Haven't tried it yet. I haven't installed any operating systems on this. I use the washers here, the plastic washers, to give it more height so it doesn't go too low, basically. Here on all 4 sides. And I'll be testing this for retro gaming. So this board is equivalent to a Raspberry Pi 3B+. The Raspberry Pi 3B+ is rated at, I think it uses the same processor, which is a ARM Cortex A53 processor, a quad-core processor. I think it's a 64-bit processor at 1.4 gigahertz. The Orange Pi 02W is rated at 1.5 gigahertz, and the Raspberry Pi 02W is rated at 1.0 gigahertz. Same processor, but it's clocked 500 megahertz less than an Orange Pi 02W. I'm going to first try this for Batocera. However, Batocera does not have a official OS for an Orange Pi 02W, but it does have a official version of Batocera Linux for Orange Pi 0202, not the W. I want to see if that works or not. If it does work, I'm not going to be using any other operating system. If that fails, I was planning to use Android for Orange Pi 02W and installing Retroarch on it and having it run that way. But I'll first try Batocera. If that works, then I'll just use this for Batocera, which is, I think, a much better operating system for retro gaming. Nevertheless, you can always use Android if you want as an option. It's always possible. Android is an operating system that was designed for smartphones and tablets, but you could use it on a single board computer or single board computers if you want as well. So next thing I will show you is I'm going to show you how to flash a micro SD card so you can use it for retro gaming. So here's the micro HDMI port, which is right there. And I'll be using a micro HDMI USB reader to flash the operating system on this single board computer. Okay, so now I'm back on my computer. I have tried Batocera for Orange Pi 02, this one, and it doesn't work for the Orange Pi 02W. So what I have to do is I need to get Android TV onto my SBC, or Orange Pi 02W SBC. So you just go to Orange Pi's website. I'll leave the URLs in the video descriptions below. Just go to download. Go to official tools. You'll need some of the tools. You'll need the Android image burning tool. You will need a Google account to you need to be logged onto your Google account, basically, like I am, before you can use it. And you need to get the image of the operating system here as well. And this is the thing that you download. Just download it. And next thing you want to download is Retroarch. So you want to download Retroarch here. It downloads in Retroarch. You want to select Android, and the one that you want to select is download 32-bit. I have tried the 64-bit and it does not work, so it's the 32-bit. Just download that and put it into a USB flash drive. So I'm going to do that now. Right now I just connected a USB flash drive, and here it is. So I put that Retroarch file. This is the one that I don't want, 64-bit. I want the Retroarch R832.apk file. This one doesn't work either, so I'll delete that. So this is the file that you want for Retroarch, okay? Put it onto your put it onto your USB flash drive, like I did. I put it into this folder called Uploads. I'm going to eject this. Also, make sure you put some ROMs in here as well, because you will be running some ROMs on here as well. Some games, okay? To eject this now. The next thing is, when you get the image of your Orange Pi 02W Android 12 TV operating system, you want to go in here and extract the file and put it onto another folder like that, like I did. Because you're not going to be able to image the file while it's zipped, okay? The next thing is, here's the Android imaging burning tool, which you see right here. And I will put it onto a folder. I'll just paste that in there. That's it, basically. If you don't trust it, you can scan it to see if there is nothing malicious in there, like that. I'm scanning it. There isn't anything malicious in there. Okay. I ran it before, it was okay. So now I'm going to remove, did I remove that? Yes, I did. So I'll put in my micro SD card and my USB card reader. And I'll run this program. We do have to extract this again. The Phoenix card 4.2.8. To get it here, put it right there. Just like so. And I want to delete that because I don't need that anymore. Again, I want to scan this again. Okay, good. Just run Phoenix card. Run anyways. Okay. So here it is. So when you get here, make sure you select the image, which I'm going to copy here, and go to image, and I'm going to paste it here, basically. And I'm going to select that image, open. What I want to do here is I want to click start up, and you want to burn this, and this will take a couple of minutes. I have already burned it, so I'm not going to burn it again. And then after you finish, you just close it. That's it. And I had forgotten one more thing that you need. You will need something called x-plore file manager. You can find it on this URL below. You could go here and download it, and make sure you put your flash drive back in and put that file into your flash drive. So I'm going to put an upload again. This is what I downloaded. I'm going to put it in here. This is essential. You need this to transport your ROM files and BIOS files to Retroarch. And also, I almost forgot, you need the BIOS files for Retroarch as well. You can get them on Internet Archive. I'll leave this in the video descriptions below as well if you want it. Copy this on here so I could paste it, or I can put it into the video descriptions later. So here it is. I got my BIOS files, I got my Retroarch 32-bit file, Explore File Manager. So that's pretty much everything that I need to complete this process. So I have already imaged the operating system on the micro SD card. So now I will see you on my Orange Pi 02W single board computer. So just eject everything and you're ready to go. Okay, I started it now. Started my Orange Pi 02W. You could use your controller instead of using a keyboard or mouse, like you see in this part right here. Just using my controller, and I'll go to File Manager first. As you can see, I'm going to press A on File Manager. This is my USB flash drive, as you can see here. Let's try to unpack the stuff that I got before, where I put in uploads. You could install Retroarch, as you can see. I can press A and install it. I already installed it on mine. No, I don't want to update it, so I already installed that. Let's try to install Explorer. Whoops, I don't think I could install it. It's a .xapx. It's a .xapk file, so I guess I can install it. Nevertheless, I could still copy files, and I'll show you how to do that. So I can go here, press Y on my controller, just keep pressing it. I could copy this, and I could go to local memory. That's where Retroarch is at. I could press A here. I could press on Y, and I could just copy that here. I'm sorry, paste it here. And after you paste it, you should get this folder here, which I already copied. This could take a couple of minutes because the USB port that you have is only USB 2.0. Now I'm going to go back and get the ROM files. Go back to my USB flash drive here. I put my ROM files here. I'm going to press Y, press on Y, copy that. Back, go to local memory. After you installed Retroarch, you should see this Retroarch folder. I'm going to press on Y again, and then you just paste it. This could take a couple of minutes as well. As you can see, I copied my ROMs files here. It's all within the operating system. Okay, so that's out of the way. Press B to get out. So let's start Retroarch. You may have to restart the thing. So I'll show you how to restart the thing using the controller. Go to settings here. Go to device preference. Press that. You could restart like that. So I'll restart, and you can restart and turn it off as well. There's no power off button for some reason. Let me see if power off works. I have a power button on the device, so let me try to press that and see if that does work or not. I'm going to press the power button. Oh, it does work. So when I press the power button, I could shut it down, as you can see. Okay, that's cool. Okay, so I'm not going to restart it. So to power down the thing, there's a power button that's right next to that's opposite side of the Ethernet or LAN port, which I showed you earlier. You could press that and turn it off. So let me go to Retroarch now. So what I want to do is I want to check some stuff. Go to settings. Go to directory. I want to set the BIOS folder. By default, the BIOS folder, the BIOS folders would have been on systems, right? That would have been the default folder. So I wanted to move it. So I go here, press A, go to parent directory. I want to go to BIOS, press A here, and then use this parent directory. Now it's set to the BIOS folder, the folder that I copied with all the BIOS files on it. Okay, so now that's good. So now I want to import some games. I have an entire tutorial video on how to do Retroarch. I'm just going to do it simply, just run some simple emulations like NES, Atari 2600, and stuff like that. Not going to run anything complicated, okay? So import here, go to manual scan, go to content directory, go to Retroarch. Here's my games, ROMs. Here's the NES. I'm going to select this directory. That's where my games are at. I'm going to call it Nintendo Entertainment System. Custom. NES. Using my keyboard to type that. Enter. Select default core. What if I have to install that core? Let's go here. Download core. Yep, down. Maybe it's not on here, so we're gonna have to download it. Let's try. Let's try this one. I like Nostopia. I also like FCE UEMM. I will also install a Sega Genesis emulator. I like Pico. Okay, I'll download that. See if we have Atari 2600. Stella's good. Okay, good. Now I got that. Now I want to go to import again. Manual scan. We have this specified. How about that? Okay, we'll select that. Start scan. Go back by pressing B. Let's try Nintendo. Press escape to get out. All the games didn't go on there for some reason. If that's the case, we can always load content manually. That's also possible. Retroarch. Let's go to S. Let's run this game. Stopia. Okay, that's good. Let me get out. Escape. Let me see if I could set something. That configuration. No. Input. Hotkeys. Let's see. Quit. Controller combo. Let's set it to start select. It wasn't set before, so we'll set it now, okay? And we'll try that again. So let me try to load another game. Let's try this. It works, so let me press start select. So now I can get out like that. Okay, that's good. So that's pretty much it for this video. If you have any questions or thoughts, if you want to look at my other Retroarch videos on how to do more stuff, you can. I'll leave it in the video cards on the top right corner and the video descriptions as well. So let me shut this down, and that's pretty much it. I'm going to press the button, power button. Shutdown. That's pretty much it. Thanks for watching. By Ace 1000 KS 1975 signing out.